You know, they make pumpkin spice dude wipes. Like, they for real do. It's not just like a meme that I misunderstood. Hello, welcome to Guides to the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
And I'm her little brother, William.
And this week we are heading back to talk to the Brothers Grimm about some of their messed up tales.
Yes, those nasty, dirty, scary, bloody Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah, we talked about them last in episode 381, and we came back for more.
Couldn't resist.
No.
How could we?
Yeah.
I'm thrilled this week. We made it our mission to, you've got, I think, a familiar one to people out there, but like looking back at the bloody original Grimm's fairy tales is very fun.
Yeah.
And I made it my mission. I wanted to find a story that I'd never heard of before. Because the Grimm's fairy tales, like I feel like everybody thinks about like Hansel and Gretel.
Yeah, they're the big ones.
The big ones. There are also like a gajillion ones that no one's ever heard of. And my thesis statement was essentially like, why not?
Yeah.
What is it about all the other Grimm's fairy tales that has made them not stand the test of time? Is it possible that they are too gnarly?
Sure. I wonder if some are too gnarly and some are like maybe not that good. Could it be?
Could be, right? That's a good theory.
Because there's so many. There have to be some that are like bangers and some that are clunkers.
Bangers and mash. There's a whole bunch of mash.
Yeah.
But I think about Grimm's fairy tales as like, you know, this is where like Disney got their start with animation, basically. Like these stories were in the public domain. And Walt Disney shrewdly was just like, well, what if we just made a Snow White story?
Right.
No one's going to stop us.
Yeah.
And you can Disneyfy them. You can take the blood out of them and make them more palatable for families and create an empire.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it's just that some of the stories you couldn't Disneyfy to a proper degree or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you end up finding that?
Well, I'll tell you a story.
Okay. You'll tell me a tale.
I'll certainly tell you a tale.
Okay.
I think we're going to have to decide what the point is.
Okay.
Because I also don't know if Grimm's fairy tales, I would have also said like, to some extent, do they ever operate the way urban legends do as like morality plays or anything like that? You know? I think we're going to have to do some analysis.
All right.
Of the story that I picked.
I'm interested. I want to hear yours first.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not? All right. Let's get to it. After this commercial break, its own kind of morality tale about the follies of not buying these products.
Yeah, exactly. Don't you want to buy stuff?
Yeah, buy these soups that you'll hear about right now.
All right.
Okay.
I sought out a story that I think I had stumbled across previously. Well, I should say this. We famously have this book. I'm going to hold it up for the camera in the video version.
Yeah.
It's simply titled Grimm's Fairy Tales. It's from like 1917 or something. Super old book, literally falling apart. We've cited this book before. This is the infamous Sniff the Book book.
Yes. We did an episode that featured this book previously, and we record live on youtube.com/GTTUpod. We do it on Wednesday mornings around 10:30 a.m. EST. And one time when we were doing that during this episode, people in the chat were talking about the smell of old books and how it's so good. And they were like, oh, they should sniff the book. They should sniff the book. And our mom, who was watching, called us during the show. And just because, you know, when your mom calls, it's like, you know, you got to pick up, is something wrong? So one of us picked up the phone and she just immediately said, sniff the book. And we were like, what? And it was a very funny thing for both us and the people watching.
But so we've now had this, and that only made this book more iconic. But yeah, this book is more than 100 years old. This is a 1917 book. So I found a story in this book, read the story from this book.
Oh, fun.
But I think...
Did you find it hard? The print is so teeny.
You know, I did something kind of goofy and like very modern age. I took a bunch of pictures of the book,
and then
I read them upstairs because I didn't want to. I didn't want to constantly be turning the pages and messing. The book is so old.
Yeah.
So I literally read from photographs of the book, which was a little silly, but
no, but you could zoom that way.
Yeah, that's true. So I'm going to tell you a story that I have been dying to read. Because I think I was in a bookstore too. I think when we started getting back into Grimm's fairy tales, I had like picked up a book of Grimm's fairy tales at like Barnes and Noble or something and randomly opened to like The Man, the Ass, and the Bowl Full of Cash.
Yes, I remember you texting me about that.
Yes. I don't know if it's exactly that, but this is the story that I'll be telling you today.
Sweet.
The Wishing Table, the Gold Ass, and the Cudgel
Nice.
All right?
Yeah.
This was on page 14 of Sniff the Book.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to tell you essentially the Willie summary of it. It's a relatively long Grimm's fairy tale.
Uh-huh.
So, there was a tailor who had 3 sons, quote, but only 1 goat.
Oh, poor guy.
Damn.
Yeah.
The eldest son takes the goat out to graze in a pasture all day and then asks the goat if it's eaten enough. Like they're literally out from like sunrise to sunset making this goat eat grass.
Yeah.
All right. And then he says, "Goat, have you eaten enough?" And the goat responds, "I have eaten so much, not a leaf can I touch." Nan, nan. And I think nan is maybe goat sound, like
I
nan,
think probably.
nan.
Yeah. Not bad for the goat that this is its job.
I know.
Nice work if you can get it.
It's got to eat all day until it's fit to burst.
Yeah.
So the eldest brother takes the goat home. His dad is skeptical, though, of his son's work. So before he puts the goat into like the barn for the night or whatever, he goes, "Goat, have you eaten enough? Are you actually full?" And the goat responds to the dad, "How can my hunger be allayed?"
This goat is, wow.
"About the little graves I played and could not find a single blade. Nah, nah."
Okay.
About the little graves I
Yeah.
played. That was like the first taste of like, oh, this
Yeah.
is Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why is this in a graveyard?
Yes.
About the little graves I
And why
played.
was it playing in the graveyard?
Could not find a single blade. So basically it's saying now to the dad, "I'm so hungry, I haven't had anything to eat."
Famished.
And then the dad shouts, "You young liar!" to his eldest son. He takes a yard measure down from the wall and beats his son out of doors.
Yikes.
Whatever
Okay.
that means. Like beats his son, chases him out of the house, I guess.
Right.
The next day, it's the middle son's turn to take the goat out to eat. And again, "I've eaten so much, not a leaf can I touch." Nah, nah. And then, of course, they come home. The dad eventually asks the goat, "Are you full?" The goat says, "How can my hunger be allayed? About the little graves I played and could not find a single blade." Nah, nah. And so
This goat's a goddamn liar.
now the dad goes, "The shameless young rascal." Out comes the yard measure again. Beats his middle son. All right, next day, the youngest son's turn. "I've eaten so much, not a leaf can I touch." And then, of course, at night, "How can my hunger be allayed? About the little graves I played and could not find a single blade." Nah, nah. And so now the dad's pissed at all his sons. "Oh, what a pack of liars," he says. And now he actually chases them all away with his yard measure. He chases them out of the house, kicks them out of the house.
They can't live there anymore.
They can't live there anymore.
All right.
They're gone.
Well, now it's going to be his responsibility to deal with the goat, you know.
Now you're thinking like a Brother Grimm.
Yeah, yeah.
The next day, the tailor is on his own with the goat. So he has to take the goat out to eat. And he lets it eat all day. And when the sun sets, he says, "All right, goat, are you full? I've eaten so much, not a leaf can I touch."
Go to you full. That's how you said that.
"Go to you full." And so the tailor's like, "All right, finally the goat's had a good solid meal."
Right.
So he takes it home, and before he's going to tuck in for the night, he goes, "You know what? Maybe I should double check. Goat, are you sure you've had enough to eat?" Mm-hmm. "Oh, how can my hunger be allayed? About the little graves I played and could not find a single blade." Nah, nah. "Oh."
Oh, really?
So now the tailor's finding out that this goat
Yeah.
is the liar.
Oh, really, fool?
And his sons may have been played a fool just the way that he was.
Yes.
They may have all been taking care of the goat. So the tailor has now realized he'd driven his sons away for nothing. Quote, "You ungrateful creature, it's not enough to drive you away, but I will put such a mark upon you
Oh, boy.
that you will not dare to show your face again amongst honest tailors." Specifically tailors.
Yeah, right.
You would never go to another honest tailor's
What
house
is-
and pull this shit.
What is this arrangement? Like, why are their lives revolving around making sure this goat is full? They go outside with the goat all day
All day.
so that it can eat grass. And then they go home, they check with the goat before they go to bed. Like, their lives revolve around this goat.
I know, and it's like the goat's a goddamn liar.
This
if you have
sucks.
a liar goat and your life is all about the goat,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
about that goat life,
Right.
and
You're,
you've got a filthy lying goat,
you're absolutely screwed.
you're screwed. Well, here's what's really going on. We're like in like pastoral days. That's why they're like, he's got 3 sons, but only 1 goat. Is 'cause
Right.
they need this goat to
Yeah.
be eating all the grass so that they can get that sweet milk and cheese.
Yes.
They've been squeezing this goat.
Yeah, I see.
They squeeze the goat to drink
They
it.
need him to be full.
Yes.
Ew. This is all gross.
They drink the goat.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand.
What is it about goats that makes them untrustworthy creatures in storytelling?
I think partially they're weird rectangle pupils.
Yeah, they've got like octopus eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like octopus, like they also have like rectangle.
Yeah.
Like the octopus of the land.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a land puss.
I see you got 3 sons, but only 1 land puss. Yeah. You guys okay over there? You hungry?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, their eyes are freaky.
Their eyes are freaky. They got those horns.
The hobbits say and the hoofs.
And the hoofs.
Like the devil.
Right. But
that's the chicken or the egg.
I know.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Is the devil cloven hoofed because goats are weird?
Yeah.
Or are we skeptical of goats because the devil has cloven hooves?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I would say first and foremost it's the eyes.
Yeah, the eyes are really disturbing. Rectangular pupils is hard to make sense of.
And on the other end.
Oh, yeah, the third eye. You and I have made eye contact.
We have.
With the back of a goat.
Yes, and that's also disturbing.
Yeah.
And makes you can't trust them. You don't ever know when that eye is going to open.
Oh, God.
So,
and spill its secrets. Kristen and I were at a company picnic for Hunt a Killer. And rather than spend time with my bosses, we chose to hang out with the goats.
Yeah.
And we were like feeding the goats, and they were so
Which was
sweet.
fun and great.
They're crazy looking. They're crazy looking
totally.
animals.
Yeah.
It's like they're looking through you.
Yeah, totally. They were nuts, but very, very sweet.
It's like they're seeing through the fabric of the universe. Because they are just kind of like vacant-eyed.
Yeah, they're staring into the middle distance, but they're obviously tapped into something that we're not.
Yeah.
And then, a goat walked away, and it just fully opened up its whole ass and, like, dumped out tons of little goat pellets. Basically, they lift up their tail, and there's just a giant repository, like a gumball machine, full of poop. It's so crazy.
It's so disturbing.
Yeah.
We
were
so
shocked.
disturbing. It's
You could have knocked me over with a feather.
Oh, my God. I was in shock.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So I think that's part of it.
I guess so. So now the tailor is saying, I'm going to put such a mark upon you that you will never show your face again. So, this is Grimm's fairy tale. He takes out his razor.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
He's going to leave a mark upon the goat.
Oh, God.
But then it says he lathers the goat's head and shaves it?
Okay.
He shaves the goat's head?
Why?
Quote, till it was as smooth as the back of his hand.
Okay. Why?
Then he whips it until it runs away.
Oh.
It's not
so
right.
So it hurt more?
Now, I'm saying it's not right.
Of course.
Yeah. But at least, like, I expect when it was like he takes out his razor to mark the goat, he shaves the goat?
Yeah, right.
I assume that would grow back.
It certainly would, but did he only shave the goat's head, or did he shave him all together? Because I was going to say, if he shaved him all together and then whipped him, maybe it was so that whipping him would hurt more, because all of his goat... Oh, I'm thinking of a sheep. Never mind. I was thinking, like... I guess it would still kind of hold, but like all of that like sheepy stuff would insulate you a little bit from the crack of the whip. Yeah.
I don't think people usually use goat hair to make like clothes.
Yeah.
A wool sweater, a goat wool sweater. Do they do that?
I don't know.
I'm wearing goat underpants.
I don't know. They're stinky.
I'm uncomfortable all day.
Yeah.
So, you would think that this would be like... Oh, and then it says he couldn't find his boys.
Uh-huh.
You'd think that this would be the end of the story.
Yeah, right.
Right? Like, I feel like this is a fairly...
You should have trusted your boys.
You got to trust your boys, but no, you trusted goat.
Yeah.
And then you got played by the goat. Now you don't have sons.
Or goat.
Yeah, you lost it all.
Yeah.
Because you have a quick temper or something like that. Story's not over.
Uh-huh.
All right. This now becomes a series of boy adventures and magic. Because if you recall, this story is called The Wishing Table, The Gold Ass, and The Cudgel.
Okay.
And we've seen none of those 3 things yet.
That's true.
So here we go. Now we pivot. We're going to follow those 3 sons on their adventures out in the world, having been kicked out of daddy's house.
Yeah.
All right? The eldest son goes out and becomes a carpenter. All of these kids basically learn a trade. They like apprentice for different kinds of like working with your hands jobs.
They pick themselves up by their bootstraps.
They do. They figure out their lives.
Yeah.
So the eldest son goes out and becomes a carpenter and somehow gets a magic table.
Okay.
I'm not really sure how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But he has this table that can fold down so he can carry it with him.
Nice.
And if you unfold this little magic table and you say, Table, serve up a meal.
Ooh.
All of a sudden, a full spread of delicious foods will appear on top of that table. A tablecloth.
How nice.
I know. What is this? Probably like a roast ham or something.
Yeah.
Like for this era. I don't know. I guess people still
probably.
eat ham today. Not me.
Yeah, maybe like a giant turkey leg.
Did you know ham is the sweatiest of all of the foods?
What do you mean?
I just feel like it's always like a wet or something.
Yes, definitely.
Dewy. Not for me.
No, nor I.
So one night he decides that he's going to go home to visit Dada. And he goes and he stays at an inn. And he's sort of like, he's very charitable, this fella. And so he's like, hey, everyone, like, I don't need to buy your food. I can give away food. All I have to say is table, serve up a meal. And look, everyone take all the food you want. But there's this innkeeper who's like, what's this now? A magic table.
Uh-oh. He wants it for himself.
I want to have me some of that. So he gets a different folding table, and while the eldest son is sleeping, he swaps the tables. Okay? So now, eldest son goes home to daddy without a magic table, but he thinks it's the magic table.
Oh, this sucks.
Yep. And dad goes, this is crazy to me for everything that has previously occurred in their relationship. Daddy says, what have you brought home with you from your travels? He says, why, the best thing I have brought with me, father, is that table. And the dad says, quote, you have certainly not brought a masterpiece back with you. It is a wretched, badly made old table.
This dad should be crawling on his hands and knees, apologizing to the sons.
I couldn't agree. The first thing
opening his home back up to them, number one.
Yes.
But when they visit, why is he giving them shit about what they've made of themselves in the world?
Why are you negging your sons now?
Absolutely. His dad is a loser.
His dad sucks. You should be saying, listen, I also got fooled by that goat.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to come
I have learned
clean.
the error of my ways. But no, he has not done that. And then the son goes, but it is a wishing table.
Oh, no.
And now I know. He's saying this to this dad. He says, Dad, invite everyone from the community.
Oh, no.
He says, invite everyone over tonight.
Oh, no.
We'll have a great grand party, and I will show you how my wishing table operates, and everyone will eat and bountiful, whatever.
This poor bastard.
So the dad has everyone come over to their house, and then the son unfolds his table and says, table, serve up a meal.
Oh, no.
And nothing happens. And then it says, quote, he was covered with shame at having to stand there before them at all like a liar.
Like a liar.
The guests made fun of him. And and the guests now, it says they had to return home without bite or sup.
That's really funny.
No. Oh man, I haven't had bite or sup.
I've been saving up all day to have bite and sup here tonight.
So
this sucks.
What the hell is sup?
Bite or sup?
Because I would have said sup is short for supper, which is
totally.
Food.
Yes.
I guess sup is sip?
Yeah, I guess so. I know. I don't know.
Bite or sup?
I don't know.
That sucks.
Yes.
So now he's humiliated. Okay, we go to, and then he leaves
it's demoralizing.
He leaves home again.
Yeah, he has to. Right. He's shamed.
So now let's follow the middle brother, the middle son's boy adventure. He is the apprentice to a miller. So obviously his whole deal is that he eventually gets a magic ass. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What?
Yeah.
There's like no connection there. At least like the previous brother, it's like he was a carpenter. He's got a table. This is like he's a miller. He has a donkey.
Yeah, weird.
Maybe I guess they used the donkey to pull a
Yeah, I think they did.
I only know that from Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a donkey.
I might know it from that too. I can just picture a donkey doing something like that.
I can picture it. Yeah, because it's a work beast.
Right. Right.
So he's got a magic ass.
Same.
He learns that all you have to do is make the donkey stand on a cloth, say Bricklebrit to it, and gold pieces will fall from its mouth. Okay. I know, it sounds like you put the donkey on a cloth.
I know, why put it on a cloth?
And it shits cold.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but I
know,
get it.
It's a bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a letdown.
I get
In our version, when we rewrite Grimm's Fairy Tales, we're the brothers...
Grump's Fairy Tales.
Grumps.
Because we'll have the ghost Plumps.
Plumps Fairy, yeah. Well, why wouldn't we reuse Plumps?
Well, because it's a big leap from Grimm's Fairy Tales to Plump's Fairy Tales.
That's true. It doesn't sound right.
Grump's Fairy Tales works, but we'll have the ghost Plumps. Grump's Fairy Tales, we're going to have the Umps first.
Oh, you said that right when I took a big sip of coffee. The umps universe. The dawn of the umps verse. Umps.
Umps.
Phase 1, Ghost Plumps. Phase 2, Brothers Grumps. Such shit. There's going to be like a petition to ask us to stop.
Just go back to doing the show.
Stop this. The Grumps. Grumps fairy tales. Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, so now he's got this golden ass that can, I guess, dribble gold nuggets out of its mouth if you say, Bricklebrit. I don't know why that word.
What the hell were they on?
I don't know. This is where it's like, we talked about the Salem witch trials recently, and you were like,
I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm sorry, finish your thought.
All these people have ergot poisoning.
Yes. Yeah, they had ergot poisoning. In Salem, they were fine, but the Brothers Grimm, wherever they lived,
something was wrong. Bricklebrit. Donkey starts spitting gold.
What is this?
I don't know what's going on. This is where when I was like at the top of the show, where I was like, those lesser known stories, are they maybe gnarlier? No, it's like, what? I don't know what's going on.
What are we talking about?
That's why no one knows these stories.
Yeah.
Because no one knows what the hell this is supposed to be. What is this?
It's avant-garde, non-linear storytelling.
Apparently. So,
oh my God.
All right, so his boss at the mill gives him the golden ass, and he's like, if you say Bricklebrit, it slobbers gold.
Why would he give him that?
I don't know.
It seems like you'd want that for yourself.
Yes. But the middle son's response is, that is a handsome present.
Yes, it is.
That's putting it lightly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unlimited gold?
Totally. He just gave you unlimited wealth.
So he travels the world, but eventually, of course, decides to go home to his raging asshole dad. And then he says, this is a quote from the book, when he sees my golden ass, he said to himself, he will forget his anger and be glad to have me back.
This is terrible.
Well, here's the
these poor sons.
I know. Unfortunately for him, he stops at the same inn on the way home to visit dad.
Is this innkeeper gonna get his just desserts?
You better hope.
Yeah.
You better hope. So he wouldn't you know it, the innkeeper is going to steal this golden ass and replace it with just a regular ass. He sees like he's like,
this guy's lucky he has all this shit on hand.
I know. He's got doubles of all the magic things. But so he's like the room is going to cost, I don't know, 5 pence and 2 pounder. I don't know, 5 corn. Who knows?
5 corn.
And the son's like, oh, I'll go get some more money.
Yeah.
And he follows the middle brother as he like goes out to his donkey and goes, Bricklebrit.
Yeah.
And the innkeeper watches the donkey vomit
is crazy.
gold nuggets, and he's like, if I could only get my hands on that donkey.
Yeah.
So he swaps out the donkeys. Now middle brother is going home to Dada, not knowing that the donkey he's got is not the donkey that spits hot fire.
He's gonna humiliate himself.
And of course dad says, what have you brought home with you from your travels?
You piece of shit.
Nothing but an ass, father. There are asses enough here. I should have been better pleased if it had been a goat. Okay, go get your own goat, asshole.
Yeah, you sent away the other goat.
Yeah,
that's your problem.
You shaved the goat.
Yeah, you shaved its head.
The last goat you had, you got fooled by it, and then you shaved it.
Yeah, that's your problem.
You stupid,
from where I sit.
You stupid old moron.
Yeah.
You are an old goat.
Yeah. Yes.
So now,
I bet he thought of that later that night to say.
Of course. So of course, the boy promises, have everyone come around, and I'll show you how this donkey works. And when everyone comes over that night, he puts the donkey on a big cloth and goes, Bricklebrit. And the donkey just, I guess, looks at him or like vomits regular stuff.
Right, yeah.
Like, maybe takes a shit in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And they're
like
all
a regular donkey.
They're like, what? I'm not rich. This sucks. You're a liar. And now middle brother runs away.
Yeah.
With his tail between his legs. All right. The youngest son, Boy Adventure 3.
Yeah.
He has heard through receiving letters from his brothers about their misfortunes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the eldest brother, your wishing table's gone. Your golden ass is gone, middle brother. Oh, this stinks. This sucks. Well, he is yet a third thing. I don't remember what he did.
Okay.
Some job. But he gets a magic gift again, right? So like he's gifted from his master, because he's an apprentice or whatever.
Right.
He's given a cudgel in a bag.
Okay. What is a cudgel exactly?
I'm pretty sure a cudgel is like a wooden stick.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I know it's something you can hit someone with.
You smash someone in the head with this.
Yeah,
a cudgel.
Yeah.
So if at any time someone should behave badly to you, you only have to say, "Cudgel, out of the bag." And the stick will jump out and give him such a cudgeling that he will not be able to move or stir for a week afterward. And it will not leave until you say, "Cudgel, into the bag."
Ouch.
Use this on Dad right away, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I know what I'm doing with the magic
cudgel.
cudgel.
I'm heading right there. Skip the inn.
But instead, he goes to the inn. Mm-hmm. The inn on the way home. But this time, he's gone for a deliberate purpose, because he has surmised that it was the innkeeper who is the real shitface.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I'm like cursing a lot. But like these people are all horrible.
I think I started it.
People are all horrible to each other.
Yeah.
He uses the cudgel to beat the crap out of the innkeeper.
Nice.
And he gets the wishing table and the golden ass back.
Yeah.
He brings the wishing table, the golden ass, and the magic cudgel home to Daddy. They invite the other two boys back home as well. They are a family again. Everyone.
His dad doesn't deserve it.
Absolutely not. It says everyone finally gets to eat yummy food and gets all the gold they could ever need. And the end of the quote of this section is, he and his 3 sons lived together henceforth in contentment and luxury.
All right.
Okay, you'd think that would be the end too. It's not the end.
Oh, okay.
It's not the end. There's a coda.
Yeah.
There's an epilogue to this story.
Huh.
But I will pause there at least to say, if this is a morality tale, we haven't learned anything.
No, absolutely not.
No, Dad gets to live in the lap of luxury.
Yes.
He's never apologized. He's not changed his ways in the least whatsoever. He is now just going to benefit.
Yeah, they didn't learn to reject somebody who treated them terribly. No conversations about it. They just went right back. And the innkeeper, I guess, gets a cudgel. Like, you shouldn't. Well, he did get
steal.
a cudgeling.
He did get a cudgeling. So I guess the innkeeper learns that you don't steal or whatever.
I hope. We don't know that he didn't do it again.
But I feel like the centerpiece of this has something to do with the dad not believing the sons ever, right? Because he didn't believe them when they said they'd fed the goat,
right?
And then he didn't believe them still later when they said, "I have a wishing table."
Yeah,
there's something to something here is about trusting your kids and giving them the benefit of the doubt, or like you find out that like, oh, you weren't lying about the goat. The goat was a liar.
Right.
So I should give you the benefit of the doubt when you say you have a wishing table.
Yep.
Like the father should be like, have everyone come over and I'll show you the wishing table and everyone will eat as much as they want.
Yeah, to kind of like show them that I do trust you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like make a big show of that trust by inviting everybody over.
And not only that, when the wishing table doesn't work and everyone goes, he's a liar, the dad should stand up and go, he is not a liar.
Yeah, something must have happened
honest,
here.
And I'm telling you, like the dad's reputation should be getting dragged through the mud through his 3 sons, but he should never stop believing them.
He's willing for that to happen because he needs to make it up to them for how terribly he treated them.
Yes, and that's why he then deserves the life of luxury or whatever at the end, because despite it being outlandish to believe that somebody has a golden ass,
right,
he was willing to believe his sons because he learned that they do tell the truth.
Yes, relationships can be complicated. You can fall, but then you can earn trust back through good action.
Together we rise.
Together we rise.
Together we rise. But no, that's not what happened at all. They just get to enjoy luxuries for no reason. So
weird.
Here's what happens at the end of the story, the actual ending.
Yeah.
Quote from the book. Meanwhile, what had become of the goat, who had been the guilty cause of the 3 sons being driven from their home?
I do want to know.
I will tell you, the book says to me. And then this is confused. It's all confusing.
Yeah.
It says, she, the goat, was so ashamed of her shaven crown that she ran and crept into a fox's hole. So the goat knows that it's ugly. Like the goat knows, like you shaved my head and now I
look terrible.
No one will have me. I am a shaven goat.
Oh boy.
So it goes and runs into a fox's hole. The fox comes home and just sees a pair of eyes shining in the darkness.
Yeah, weird freaky eyes.
Yeah, those rectangular goat eyes. Land puss.
Yeah.
So the goat, the fox runs away, and a bear sees the fox looking all scared and goes, "What's the matter?"
Yeah.
And the fox is like, "There's something in my house and it's freaking me out."
Yeah.
So the bear says, "I'll go look." The bear goes to take a peek in the foxhole, sees the eyes, and it runs away scared. And as the bear was running away scared, a bumblebee comes by and goes, "Bzz, what's the matter, bear? You look so worried and frightened." And he goes, "I saw something freaky deaky in Fox's house." So the bee goes into the foxhole, lands on the goat's head, and stings it.
Ooh.
Stings the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And then this is how the entire thing ends. Quote, "She leapt high into the air, crying, 'Nah, nah,' and fled away like a mad thing into the open country. But no one, to this hour, has found out what became of her after that."
What a weird epilogue.
The end.
That's so strange. What's the point of that?
I don't know.
All right.
All right, I guess it's
What do you mean
done.
no one knows? You know.
You should know.
You wrote it.
Someone wrote-
You could tell us.
You could come up with something better than...
Yeah.
Because then I will remind you that
weird.
this section is like, what became of the goat?
Right.
I'll tell you.
We don't know.
But then that ends with, well, that's the latest thing that we know, but we never know. I mean, anything could happen now.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know what happened to the shaved goat.
Right. How unsatisfying.
Yes, and not thematically tied at all to the idea of the goat lying or anything.
No, it's like they just had an idea for a little play about animals and decided to stick it here.
Yes, from poking around online, I saw that this little coda of the goat in the foxhole is somehow expanded to its own urban legend, or not urban legend, Grimm's fairy tale, which I can see, right? Like, all of a sudden, all these animals can talk and they all have relationships with each other. The fox talks to the bear talks to the bee, and then it's like the smallest of them, the bee, was able to do something, not the bear, the bee. Like, you can see how that could somehow become its own fairy tale.
Yeah.
But no, in this original telling, it's like, what? Now, I did look around online. I seem to have done a good job finding an obscure Grimm's fairy tale that no one cares about. Because this is like never been adapted.
Yeah.
Ever. Like,
right.
Maybe the only
There's
time.
not a whole lot of buzz about the wishing table, the golden ass, and the cudgel.
No, which is the golden ass. Father, what have I brought home? Only this huge badonk.
Right.
Only my honking huge ass.
Yeah.
You'd think that there could be something, but there's nothing. Except they do make a point to say that this was like a very popular fairy tale, and it even made go all the way back to like 5th century like Chinese allegory thing. I'm like, I don't see it.
Why?
Why did this survive centuries?
What is this teaching? Like, I'm surprised by this.
But, and that is where now I will ask you, do Grimm's fairy tales teach anything? Is that the goal, or are they just entertainment?
I don't think they necessarily always have to, but what allegory is this?
Does it need to be an allegory? Is it just a story?
Well, you just said it was an allegory, so that's
because I came to you from my position of like assumption that a Grimm's fairy tale is meant to teach, is meant to be an allegory, but maybe I'm totally wrong.
I think they're just for entertainment, Grimm's fairy tales in particular.
Yeah. So like this just has to be an entertaining story.
Yes.
And it certainly has like an adventure and magic and whatever, but it's just like, how far have we come in storytelling where it's like, I don't know what this is. What is this supposed to be? This is unrecognizable in the modern sense of like a cohesive tale.
Totally. Yeah, it's not satisfying.
No.
Really. You're not like, oh, good, I'm glad to hear they went back to him, because, like, he sucks.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy totally sucks ass.
So I'm surprised to hear that it was popular and enduring.
And now he's rich.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you find out that the bad guy, like, gets the spoils.
Yeah, exactly. It should end with, like, a little, at least a silly little gag of being like, he gets to eat whatever he wants, he gets all the gold he wants, but whenever he doesn't trust his sons, cudgel out of the bag.
That's true. At least that's a little fun.
Right? Put dad in his place.
Yeah.
And beat your father.
Yeah. No,
now that's fun.
That I like. I think that's good.
But there you go. I wanted to find an obscure one that no one knew anything about. I think I did it.
As I'm saying, like, oh, this sucks, whatever. Very fun to hear about.
Very enjoyable. The wishing table, the gold ass, and the cudgel.
Yeah.
It's maybe the first time anyone's told this story in 100 years.
Well, thank you for keeping it alive.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That was for you.
Thank you. So before we move on, for me to tell you about Rapunzel, first I must tell you about patreon.com/GTTUpod. This is where you can go if you would like even more of the two of us, because we have a whole second weekly podcast that comes out every Monday called the Netherworld Dispatch. And if you support us on the Demon tier on Patreon, you get all of those episodes. But we have a couple of other tiers that you can check out where you get those episodes more incrementally, and you can just choose whichever tier works for you. You also get ad-free episodes of Guide to the Unknown, starting at the $4 tier and up.
Yeah.
So that means you don't have any of the commercials, you don't have a spieling about Patreon, any of that anymore. There's a Discord that you get access to. We have movie commentaries for all of the Scream movies, all of the Twilight movies, 2 of the Blair Witch movies.
We got to finally fix that just so we can even just say.
Yes.
So it rolls off the tongue easier.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, Patreon is awesome. We've got tons of people signed up over there, and it's really, really fun, and people seem to really enjoy it. So thank you so much to everybody who's joined us over there. It's amazing.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
You keep this all fun
and
light and enjoyable.
And like energetic. Like,
like
we know people are out there and
I look
in it with
forward
us.
to doing
it's so
all
cool.
this stuff. Yeah, totally. The most recent episode of the Netherworld Dispatch is episode 226, Paranormal Activity.
This was wild. So we noticed, or Will noticed, that YouTube has a new feature. It's an Inspire tab where it will suggest new video topics for you. As we mentioned, the show goes up on YouTube as well as podcast. So we decided to hit that and see what YouTube thinks that Guides to the Unknown could be doing next. And it was crazy.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
AI sucks.
Yes.
Like, I think everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Right? Like, especially for like the generative AI,
Yes.
like giving you ideas or whatever. Like, AI, I guess, is getting more nuanced, but
right, it's like a little bit multi-pronged, but yeah, the generative AI.
Yeah, so it generated some like thumbnails for us that didn't make sense. It generated an AI. The reason the show is called Paranormal Activity is because we were like, what if we wanted to do a show about the Lowe files again?
Right.
And it spit out an image of, I guess, Rob Lowe, but it said in text on the screen below him, Paranormal Activity.
And it wasn't a joke or anything. It's just that AI didn't know how to spell paranormal temporarily.
Yeah, AI's like hallucinating. It's
crazy. And like, it didn't look anything like Rob Lowe. You would think because AI is always stealing from artists, could have stolen from a better artist.
Yeah.
It's so messed up.
Yeah, it's like being able to look at someone's dreams in front of you, like someone's crazy, ever shifting dreams. It's baffling. So go check that out.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Great fun.
We did an AI generated finale that people seem to have really hated.
Oh my God, I know.
Good way.
I know. We've gotten a real kick out of all the comments about that.
Very enjoyable.
Yeah.
And then Kristen had the brilliant idea to offset what we have done by then donating money.
Yep, to I think it's called the World Resources Institute.
Which sounds fake.
I know. It's
when you told me
the human fund.
Yeah, it sounds like the human fund, like for humans.
I went to Charity Navigator to find because some charities are like not as good as others or whatever. So Charity Navigator is this website that tells you the ones that will make sure that like the money goes to the right places or whatever. And I wanted to find one that benefits the environment because on top of AI like stealing from like artists and writers and stuff, it also like drains
like
environmental resources.
Yeah.
So yeah, the World Resources Institute is apparently a good one. So
you know what should be? It should drain your home resources.
Right.
Like if you use AI too much, your like toilet shouldn't flush for like a week. Right? Then you'll feel the environmental effects.
I feel like we need to pick and
Right? Yeah. My toilet has gone dry. Right. Anyway, go check that out. That's patreon.com/GTTUpod. Also on Patreon, released as we're recording today.
Yes.
There's a brand new episode of Dead Time. Kristen and Liz Sauer of Ghost in the Burbs. They do this show watching all these paranormal shows.
Yep.
And there was a special guest this week.
Yes. Young William.
I was invited to return. And so I did.
Yes, he made his triumphant return to talk about 2 insane episodes of Paranormal State with us.
Some of like the darkest, weirdest.
Whoa.
Like exploitative.
Terrible.
Gnarly episodes of Paranormal State.
Yep.
I am 6.
Yep. It was like
The Exorcist on TV.
Yeah. It was a 2-parter that spanned 2 seasons of Paranormal State. It was 1 episode and then, my God, they came back the next season.
My God.
So Will came on to talk about it with us. It was very fun. You can get that episode starting at our $4 tier on Guides to the Unknown and the Ghost in the Burbs Patreon.
I love that.
Yep.
I love it. It was so much fun to do.
Yeah.
All right. I think, I have a review.
Oh, great.
Love reading reviews.
Yeah.
This is from Brittany the Diz Nerd. A treat for the mind and ears. Will and Kristen have put out a top-notch show that keeps me coming back every day. The sibling banter is fantastic, the topics are always fascinating, and it's a delight when they talk about a show or movie that we grew up with. Looking at you, David the Gnome.
Oh, nice.
Can't recommend Guide to the Unknown enough. 5 stars.
Oh, thank you. That's so nice. Thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
That's so fun. Yeah, I love those Dave the Gnome episodes. They're crazy. I cry in one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
What can you do?
What a mess.
But thank you so much to everybody who leaves us reviews. They mean a lot to us. They help people decide to check out the show if they're just like scrolling by on social media. And if you haven't done that before, you can leave us a written review like that on Apple Podcasts. You can leave us a starred review on Spotify or other podcast apps. And we appreciate it so, so much. And if you leave us a written one, we'll read it on the show.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
Thank you all so much. So glad you enjoy the show. Please
Yes.
consider sharing it and all that stuff too. If you can help us get the word out there, that would be greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
At GTTUpod on all social media. All right. So let's hear about Rapunzel.
Yeah.
Rapunzel.
Let down your hair to me. After this commercial break. Okay. So what's your history with Rapunzel, if any?
My history.
Do you know much about Rapunzel? I sat and thought to myself, what do I know about the story of Rapunzel?
Yeah, I through Into the Woods.
I know that's basically all my perspective is about it, because
I only know it through a lens of Sondheim.
oh my God, me too. Because there wasn't a Rapunzel Disney movie that came out like when we were kids. She's not lumped in there with like Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella and all that stuff. There's the movie Tangled that came out in 2010. So
It's
I'm
like
gonna
Mandy Moore.
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use that as the text for the Disneyfied version.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to talk about like what is like the nicey nice version of Rapunzel, and then what the Grimm's fairy tales version is.
Yeah, sure. Right.
You know, but basically what I kind of like knew of Rapunzel and thought, which was ended up being like sort of right, was that she was stolen by a witch and locked in a tower. The witch had her grow her hair super long so she could climb up it and be the only one with access to the tower. And like, why did Rapunzel's hair have to be the thing? Like, that seems unnecessary when you think about it. Like, I feel like the witch could have just kept the tower location a secret and used a rope ladder.
Totally.
Because that would be less painful for Rapunzel.
That then Rapunzel pulls into the tower. So, because I feel like the only point is like,
it's like,
if you let your hair out, then I can climb up it, but no one else knows this. And there's no other way in unless you put your hair out. But yeah, you could just put a rope bridge out and then pull it in so that it's inaccessible.
Totally. I think it's just kind of, I don't know, whimsical and strange, which is cool.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But there's really no practical reason it had to be Rapunzel's hair.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
But nevertheless. And then I was thinking, I think that one day a dashing prince comes by on a horse and he and Rapunzel get to talking and they fall in instant fairy tale love. She throws down her hair to him and they make plans to run away together. I was thinking this happens either instantly or over the course of a few visits. And then from there, I was lost. I couldn't really remember. I was thinking that in a Disney version, everything must turn out great. But I was like, how do they get away from the witch? Like, does she just get out of the tower safely? Does she jump directly onto his horse from the tower? And then they just go. And then the witch is lonely forever. And that's just her punishment for being a bee the whole time. I don't know.
Total bee.
Yeah.
I feel like even in Disney movies, though, they often kill the witch.
Yeah.
Right? Like crush her with stones or something like that. Like she should be almost all the way climbing up the hair and then Rapunzel should cut her hair.
Well, something like that kind of happens in the Disney version, actually.
In the Disney version?
Yes, in Tangled. I was surprised to see it.
Because Tangled is like the modern era Disney of like, it's like CGI.
Yes.
It's not, it's like Frozen.
By the way, Tangled was playing on 2 TV screens when you and I went to the Naughty Pine pub for our recording of episode 400.
Wow.
Where we went and explored different haunted New Jersey locations. That was the haunted restaurant that we went to for that episode that ended up not necessarily being haunted.
Yeah, it seemed like a place that didn't want us.
Yeah, they
had like freedom fries on the menu and stuff, but they were watching Tangled?
Yeah, they had like all these TVs, and the wall that I was facing, it was like a giant TV playing Tangled, and then a smaller TV right next to it playing Tangled. And then another TV playing NASCAR.
So that both big and little people can watch.
Yeah. So like that was my reference for Tangled.
Interesting. Weird. I'd showed Tangled to Zoe at some point because she likes Frozen so much. So I was like, well, listen, I'll watch Frozen a million times. Like, it's water off a duck's, but I know people complain about their kid like watching something over and over and over. I'm like, she enjoys it. It doesn't hurt at all.
No, it's
But
fun.
I was like, maybe for some variety, let's try Tangled.
Yeah.
And she did not like it. We did not finish the movie.
Yeah. I was surprised. So actually, I ended up picking this because it was total kismet. Like, you and I decided to do this topic, and then I got to work later that day, and it turned out that they had done a kids movie day playing Tangled at the library.
Oh, okay.
And then when I was deciding, what fairy tale to do, I was like, oh, you know what? They were just playing Tangled. It's a Rapunzel thing. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe it's a nice little sign from the universe or whatever. And then when I was reading the plot of Tangled and what happens to the witch, which isn't like insane, but kind of scary, I was like, ooh, this is a little bit intense for kids or whatever.
Interesting.
But I mean, at the same time, a lot of kids' movies have intense things. But I guess it is a little bit different as an adult thinking about kids watching it versus being a kid and watching it. I thought nothing of it seeing scary things.
Neither
but I do feel
a
little bit more precious as an adult worrying about like my sweet Zoe seeing things that are scary.
So scary.
So scary.
We have a cousin though that was like freaked out by Disney witches. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she had a nightmare that Maleficent slapped her in the face.
Yeah, she was.
We thought it was really funny.
She's probably like 5.
Yeah.
That's like the height of a nightmare.
I know. We thought that was so adorable and funny.
You might get slapped by a witch.
Yeah.
But like, so like Disney witches, I think a lot of people remember the Disney stuff as being scary, but I don't remember being horrified by it in person.
Either.
I just know there's some weird stuff. It's amazing to me that even modern Disney has continued, like there's horror in almost every Disney thing.
Yeah. And to be clear, I'm not saying what I'm about to say later is like so insane or anything, but just reading, I was like, oh, this isn't just kind of like a wrapped up like, and the witch was lonely forever thing. It's like a little intense.
Okay.
And then just what I was trying to remember, I was thinking in the Grimm's version, I was thinking that the witch somehow caught them in the act, like, or just hanging out. I mean, Rapunzel and the prince. And I said, I think she can smell the prince in Rapunzel's room or something.
What?
And then I think
smell.
I did. I was
well,
like,
it was the olden days.
I was like, I think that she goes to visit Rapunzel next time, and she's like, I think a man has been here or whatever, because it doesn't just like smell normal.
It smells like dude.
Yeah. Rapunzel. Why does it smell like Axe body spray?
It smells like ass in here. It smells like a golden ass. Someone needs dude wipes.
Oh my god. Dude.
How gross is that?
You know they make pumpkin spice dude wipes? Like they for real do. It's not just like a meme that I misunderstood.
Gross.
Anyway. And I was like, I think she banishes Rapunzel to a desert, gravely injures or blinds the prince, but he roams the land, finds her, and Rapunzel cries healing tears onto him. And I just gather this from Into the Woods.
Yeah. Right.
Which we talked about in Netherworld Dispatch episode 204.
Okay.
In case anybody's interested. Okay, so here is what the real Disney story is. And this is from Tangled. And I wanted to mention that I was surprised there wasn't anything until 2010. But there is a 2002 Barbie Rapunzel movie that maybe some people remember who are younger than us. It seems like that's kind of popular.
Okay.
And then maybe some people who are a little older than us might know a Hanna-Barbera Rapunzel thing from an episode of a show called Timeless Tales from the early 90s.
Huh.
Actually, they wouldn't have to be older than us now they say this, but I had never seen that. It looked kind of cool. And both of those stories are of the nicey nice variety.
Right.
But the most famous one at this point is probably Tangled. So let me tell you about that version. So it's a musical. Like you said, Mandy Moore is the voice of Rapunzel. And in this, Rapunzel is a baby who was taken from her parents, the king and queen, because she has a special power. When you sing her a specific song, her hair glows and has healing properties. And then this old bag, Mother Gothel, steals her away because of that. And the power makes Mother Gothel young again.
Oh.
I like the name Mother Gothel.
Yes, I like Mother Gothel.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good name. So she sticks Rapunzel in a tower and tells her the whole world is evil and unsafe. So she better stay in there where she's protected, just like in Into the Woods.
Yeah.
You know? And what's her name? Rapunzel believes it. But she breaks out on her 18th birthday because she wants to see these floating lanterns that go up in the village or whatever. What she doesn't know is that her mother and father, the king and queen, send those out every year on Rapunzel's birthday to try to guide her home.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I know, it is nice. So on Rapunzel's adventure out in the world, she happens upon a criminal who goes by Flynn, who she eventually falls in love with in the midst of adventures with him and his associates, the Stabbington brothers.
Stabbington brothers.
Yeah, because they're like bad guys with a heart of gold.
Are we past
is what I understand.
Things being called like Bodie Boatington and Stabbington and stuff? We're beyond that now, right? People still do that?
I think it depends.
Bodie McBoatface or whatever.
I don't know.
Now, Flynn Rider, I think, is played by Harold in the Purple Crayon. That guy.
Oh, really?
Shazam.
Yeah, what is his name? Zach something.
Zach Chode.
Yeah, Zach Chode.
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And among other things, they attend a festival for the Lost Princess, which is her. They don't know.
Right.
They go to the Snuggly Duckling pub, and there's some back and forth with Mother Gothel, who's on their trail, and is trying to be like, Rapunzel, come back with me, or whatever. And she's like, no, I don't want to. And, just as like a push-pull thing. And Rapunzel eventually realizes that she is the lost princess. So in all of the back and forth of the movie's last act, they're up in her tower again. And Flynn realizes that Rapunzel is going to spend the rest of her life in captivity with Mother Gothel with all that hair of hers.
Right.
And so he cuts it into, I won't say the word, it's a very internet-y thing right now.
What? What does he cut it into? Yeah, if you just censor this from a Disney movie, you can't say it here?
It's not in the Disney movie. They cut it into a C-word little bob.
What?
Calling a bob online right now a C-wordy little bob is a thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he cuts her a C-wordy little bob.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to catch up. Okay,
They don't call it that in Tangled.
Right. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm calling it that. So he he cuts her a C-wordy little bob in a last effort ditch for freedom for her. Her hair then rapidly turns from blonde to brown, and Mother Gothel starts aging rapidly without the power of the hair anymore, because Rapunzel's hair was magical, I remind you. And so she had been like feeding off of this hair to stay well. And now with that hair cut, now Mother Gothel is like aging like crazy.
All the years that she should have aged?
Yes, I guess so. And she falls from the tower, turning to dust in the process.
Whoa.
So this is what I was like, this seems like a lot for kids. I bet it's not like horrifying, but I was like, ooh.
Yeah, does she look
scary.
skeletal at any point?
I don't know. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I meant to look this up and I forgot
I'm
until
gonna look
this
it up
moment.
while you're talking.
Yeah.
Because I'm very curious.
Yeah.
And I love the sound of this because it sounds very Indiana Jones.
Yes.
You know, like in The Last Crusade, that guy drinks from what he thinks is the cup of Christ.
Right.
And then he ages rapidly and becomes a dust and bone.
Yeah,
man.
Totally. So then Rapunzel and Flynn live happily ever after, and they reunite with her parents. And this is, of course, boiling it down to its most basic elements. Much more in this movie happens.
Why does her hair turn brown?
I don't know.
Why would that happen?
I have no idea. I can't tell you.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. No, that does seem weird to me. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's explained elsewhere.
Mother Gothel's defeat. Right here. Let me see here.
All right, we're looking at the tower.
We're looking at it. I'm not putting it on the screens. I don't trust Disney.
Yeah, we'll get, copyright violations and it'll mess everything up.
All right, she's pulling the chains of... Oh, she's got like Rapunzel fully chained and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess Flynn is going to die. Okay, he cut her hair. She's aging. Her hair's turned white, Mother Gothel.
Looks like she's looking at herself in a broken mirror and horrified by what she's seeing.
They don't even show her face.
Ooh.
Looking at herself in a broken mirror is a way to obscure what has really happened to her appearance.
Yeah.
She's so vain.
She's like screaming and pulling down her hood because she like can't stand it. Okay, and then there's a little There's a little gecko character who must be.
Well, because in the Disney princesses always
Yes.
have some sort of a little animal friend.
Yes, so it's Rapunzel's best friend. And he tripped her so she would fall out of the tower window.
He murdered her.
Yeah.
And so she goes falling out of the window. Now we're
Yeah.
watching her fall. Her
Yep.
cloak. Oh.
Her cloak
that's
is
how
billowing.
That's how they do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
the billowing cloak.
So it's kind of going to obscure things.
The cloak is just empty
Yeah.
now. Oh, dust.
Okay.
Nothing but dust hits the ground in
Yeah.
the cloak. So that way you can at least obscure that she's
Right.
decaying and turning into
Yeah.
dust and bones.
That's a little intense and scary.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly. Like
Yeah.
the desperation and fear in the villain's face as she rapidly ages.
Yeah.
And turns into and is cremated by the time she hits the ground.
Right.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot.
Falling from the tower is right.
Yeah.
That's like the appropriate thing
sure,
to happen
sure.
to the villain in Rapunzel. That's why it was even like she's climbing there and you cut the hair.
Yep.
She's got to fall out of that tower.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I do feel it's a little scary for kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so now here is the original Grimm's fairy tale version. So there's a lady who is dying to eat rampions. These are a vegetable. Okay, it's a root vegetable.
They don't have this anymore.
No, they don't. I was like, what is that exactly? It seems to be some sort of like onion potato hybrid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. And in the original story, they were actually called Rapunzel, this vegetable.
Oh, okay.
And these rampions are growing in an evil witch's garden. So her husband goes and steals them from her and gets caught.
Oh.
The witch, Dame Gothel, says that she'll let him get away with it as long as she can have their firstborn. And he says, done deal. Dipshit. So she does, in fact, take...
His wife must have been so annoyed.
So pissed.
You did what?
Yeah, I could have gone without the rampions.
Yeah. I don't like those onion potatoes.
Yeah.
You like those onion potatoes. I want to have a firstborn child.
Oh my God.
Really not seeing eye to eye here.
No. So she does, in fact, Dame Gothel take the baby. This is just presented matter-of-factly, no fanfare, and lock her away and visits her by climbing her long-ass hair. One day, a prince hears Rapunzel singing and is like, oh my God, amazing. And he hangs around to see how Dame Gothel gets up there and is like, ooh, I'm going to try that. So he goes up there, they fall in love, they're going to escape together. He comes every night because Dame Gothel comes during the day, and he brings her a piece of silk, which Rapunzel weaves into a ladder until she can finally rappel down the side of the tower.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I was going to say, how can she get out of her own tower? She can't climb down her own hair.
Totally.
Right.
So I guess it's not what I thought, which is jumping from the tower and perfectly landing onto his horse from that height. So I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
It's like that's like in Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yes,
that lady
exactly.
falls on that horse. Or somehow like using her hair as a parachute. Big ol' parachute float down to the ground.
Oh my God. Okay, now listen to this. This is insane. This is how they get caught by Dame Gothel. This is now a quote from the story, and it's in the show notes. The sorceress did not notice what was happening until one day Rapunzel said to her, Frau Gothel, tell me why it is you are more difficult to pull up than is the young prince, who will be arriving any moment now.
What an idiot.
What a dumbass. What? She self-snitched.
She self-snitched. You never self-snitch.
No.
Bruce Rivers, the criminal lawyer, taught us that.
Yes, he would have something to say to Rapunzel.
Yes.
So then Dame Gothel obviously gets pissed and cuts her hair off. Snip, snap, says the story, then banishes her to live in the wilderness. So then, this is sweet, I think. The next time the prince comes to visit, Dame Gothel is up there instead of Rapunzel, a most unpleasant surprise, and she tells him what she did to Rapunzel. She is holding Rapunzel's ponytail out the window
Oh my God.
for him to climb. So he climbs up her hair, and then it's
That's
is up there.
awesome.
Isn't
That's
that
really
awesome?
scary.
I
Yeah.
love that. So then, this is a quote now. Aha, she cried scornfully. You have come for your mistress, darling, but that beautiful bird is no longer sitting in her nest, nor is she singing anymore. The cat got her and will scratch your eyes out as well. You have lost Rapunzel. You will never see her again.
He's just standing her while she says all of this?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
So then he jumps right out the damned window.
Whoa.
And is blinded by the thorn bushes below.
Oh my God. He lands on 2 thorns.
Yeah, he's like, the whole way down, eyes open.
Oh.
The whole way down, because it's going to be windy, because it's like insanely high up, I guess.
Yeah. He lands eyes first.
Yes.
I landed on my eyes.
No, my eyes broke my fall.
Ah.
Yeah, so he's blinded by the thorn bushes below. He roams blindly around the land for years, eating nothing but grass and roots to survive.
He's like that goat.
Or he's like Jason, surviving on the vegetation of the land.
Ah, yes.
Remember
very
that?
Good. Of course I do.
Until he comes upon Rapunzel with the twins that she has since had.
Oh.
Because they were doing it up in that tower,
my
I guess.
God.
Yep. He recognizes her by her beautiful voice. So I guess she's just roaming the wilderness, just like, or whatever.
Sort of tuneless.
And he's like, my love.
Rapunzel?
Yeah.
The hell?
I know that weird ass voice anywhere.
Do that again.
Yeah. Maybe it's.
Wow. You're going for the second level of it, not just going to hit right into return
To innocence.
to innocence. Jesus.
Okay, so she cries over him, and her tears return his sight, and they live happily ever after. No mention of whatever happened to the witch. I think she got off scot-free.
She's still up in the tower.
So that is a constant, at least between these two stories. The bad guys didn't get their just desserts between
Yeah, you're right.
your story and mine.
Yes, they were happy endings.
Yeah.
They were not tragic conclusions. Although the goat,
Yeah, that's
in
true.
mine, that goat got stung by a bee.
But then that does suck. But then it just ran off and nobody heard from it again. So presumably its hair grew back in and it was probably okay.
They learned to live an honest life
I hope so.
as an honest goat.
I hope so. Although I don't
Not lie about how much it had to eat
right.
anymore. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother Gothel, Frau Gothel.
Yeah, it was Mother Gothel, then Dame Gothel, and then I guess as a sign of respect, Rapunzel called her Frau Gothel.
Frau Gothel.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, totally.
She's pretty cool.
Totally.
She's pretty
love
scary.
that she was hanging her ponytail out of the window for the guy to come. And then she went into
trick.
like a weird, that strange like cat and mouse thing. She was like,
Yes.
the cat scratched out her eyes and now it will scratch yours or whatever.
And she was right because
Yes.
I took that as some sort of a magic. That
Yeah.
He jumped out and she probably,
She was up there like,
yeah, she was like feeling the elements
Yeah.
and like summoned thorns.
yeah,
For
totally.
his eyes to land on.
So funny.
Yeah, awesome. Hell
know.
yeah. Grimm's fairy tales, man.
Yeah, they're sweet.
They are sweet.
Yep.
They are pretty sweet. So obscure and better known. Although again, Rapunzel, it is weird that like the Disney version came only 15 years ago.
I know. I was kind of surprised by that. Like I just hadn't really thought about it. And I don't know. It seems like such a famous one, like something that
knew
I've
it.
been aware. Right. Like I've been aware of. It seems like everybody's been aware of it since they were little kids. So part of me is
There-
like, how do we know this? Is
Because
it
there are
just,
definitely kids' books.
I was
like,
about to say, I
yeah.
think it's just from kids' books and stuff. I wonder if there's a Shelley Duvall fairy tale theater.
Sure.
Rapunzel.
Yeah, I bet there is.
I think it's just a famous story. But yeah, I'm surprised there wasn't an earlier adaptation.
Yeah, but no one knew about the wishing table, the gold ass, and the cudgel.
No, that was news to me. Yeah.
When we do this, I want to stay obscure. I like seeing these things that no one's ever heard of in their life.
Cool. I'm cool
Yeah.
with keeping these roles. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right,
Yeah.
everybody. Well, there you go. More Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah.
Oh, so grim. From us, the Brothers Grump. Or
That's
whatever.
right. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right. The Brothers Grump. Grump's Fairy Tales.
Grump's Fairy Tales. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We hope that you enjoyed this episode. Please consider spreading the word of Guide to the Unknown.
Yeah.
Post Insta stories, tell your friends, help expand our little scope, our little world.
Yeah, we really, really appreciate it when you do that. So thank you. You guys
At
are so cool and nice.
GTTUpod. If you tag us, we'll reshare.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/GTTUpod if you want to support us and get way, way, way more Guide to the Unknown through that Netherworld Dispatch, that second show. We're going to be reviewing Weapons.
Yeah, this coming
New
Monday.
movie Weapons is going to be the next episode of that show, the review. And you can follow us individually.
Yep, I'm at Chillin' Kristen.
I'm at The Myth Traveler. So thank you all so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week to talk about more strange oddities. But until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the Netherworld, go we.
Back to Daddy's house.
That's right.
That asshole.
Piece of shit. That guy sucked.
That's what you brought? That sucks.
God.
My kids suck.
Yeah, just sitting on his duff.
Yes.
Letting them bring him things
Shaving
and complaining
goats
about
all
it.
day.
Yeah. This guy's got an issue.
What have you done since I've been away, Father? What do you have to display?
What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.